Protect yourself and your family from unexpected challenges. Consider accident-only income protection. Click the link in the description to find out more.
Boxing King Media in association with SaveMoreMoney.com. Frank Smith, green suit, Irish colours. It's a big night for the Irish. I've got to ask you before we talk about the fight, was it or was it not a knockdown? You've just seen video footage of it.
Having seen the video footage that we quickly looked at earlier, I don't think so. But again, I'm not a boxing ref. I'll get stick if I say the wrong thing. The ref made the decision. I thought at the time it could have been when I was sitting there. Quickly watching the video, then it didn't look like it. But I'm not. Again, I always say I'm not the expert when it comes to the boxing element of it. But a tremendous fight from the two of them.
And were you scoring? I know you're not a big scorer.
I can't score fights. I can't tell you about boxing styles, honestly. But what I can sit here and say is what a tremendous fight that the two of them gave us. We always said it would be a better fight than the first time round, and they delivered. And fair play.
Talk of the trilogy, is it realistic? Because obviously Katie's now 37 years old, but she sounds like she just wants to carry on fighting.
Yeah, definitely realistic. I think emotions will be high from Chantel Cameron right now and the team, but definitely I think there's opportunity there. Maybe we see it at 135. Maybe there's an opportunity to do it there as well.
Have you spoken to Chantel's team? What are they saying about the whole outcome?
Briefly, yeah. Look, I think, like I say, emotions are obviously high.
Sounds like a heated conversation.
No. I don't have heated conversations. But look, fair play to Chantel Cameron. She came to Dublin the first time round. She had a tremendous performance. She came back here and put on another tremendous fight. It takes two people to get in there and deliver what we saw tonight. So you have to appreciate both of them. It was obviously Katie Taylor's night tonight. She got the result and a tremendous atmosphere in there. But I think with time that's a fight that makes a lot of sense.
One thing I noticed at ringside, everything Katie was doing, you heard loud cheers. But early on, when the fight was quite equal, every shot Chantel landed, you never heard nothing. So, do you think that makes an impact on how the fight scored?
Judges say it doesn't. It's a hard one. Like I say, I can't score fights. I've never tried to score a fight. I sit there and watch a fight, and I'm entertained week in, week out. But I think, look, I'll be honest with you, I thought Katie Taylor won the fight on my version of watching the fight, not scoring it. But it could have been close as well.
Adam Smith, we saw him for the first time in almost a year come on TV. He was on Dazn. He did some, I don't know what he was just doing, talking about the fight, but there's rumours online that he may join the Dazn broadcast for the Day of Reckoning. Any truth in that? Or
no, not as far as I'm aware. Look, it was great to have Adam here. He's been a long-term friend of ours, at Matchroom. Ever since I started boxing, he was there at Matchroom 13, 14 years ago. So it was great to have him back, looking in fine health, and with his wife, and he looked really good, and great to see him. So and also brilliant to have him back on the screen as well, because he's been a big part as well, Katie Taylor's career. He's followed her for years as well, and always been a big fan. So great to have him.
Could you tell us how the Day of Reckoning card has ended up on Dazn? What were how did it end up? Like, is it a bidding war, or is it part of the deal, the fact that AJ's got to fight on that card? Are you able to tell us anything?
I don't want to go into too much detail. Just obviously AJ's got an exclusive contract with Dazn. Dazn have obviously worked closely with the various parties, to get a deal together and put in place for the event. And it's great to have them there. Look, there was a lot of work going on in the background, and obviously as AJ's exclusive partner, I was always confident that we'd see that. We obviously had to let the process play out, but a great way to end the year on really what I believe the home of boxing.
On that public release, it said something about there'll be some more announcements with regards to domestic broadcasters. Does that mean TNT may have a role in that broadcast as well? Or is it just fully Dazn worldwide?
I can't really answer. The rights are held obviously by the various parties involved in the event. I can't really comment on anything else. but the key for us was obviously Dazn is our broadcast partner. But as that press release says, I'm sure there'll be some more news soon. But like I say, a great way to end the year on the Dazn platform with that fight worldwide.
And the biggest thing for boxing fans was seeing Frank Warren tweet about the fact that it's going to be on Dazn. So it's great to see you guys kind of merging some sort of relationship. Hopefully things can be put to bed and you guys can make some cross-promotional fights.
Yeah, look, a lot of things have been said over the years, but the key for us is to deliver big nights for our fighters and not stand in the way of big nights for our fighters. I'm sure the same for Queensberry and Frank. You know, we built a good relationship. I believe over the years, especially with George Warren and Francis, on various bits and pieces. So yeah, it's good to see, and it's going to be good for the sport of boxing. Big nights.
Big up, Frank Smith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of a motorway with a broken down car? Like me, is that something that worries you? That's where motor breakdown insurance comes in. If your vehicle breaks down, a trained professional will be sent out to get you back on the road. Or if this is not possible within the specified time frame, to transport you to your home or to the nearest garage.